Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. My name is Keith Gibson. I am the host of Spomotics. That's promoted. That's Spomotics. Spomotics. Man, this tournament. Well, let me talk about the tournament. Tournament is great so far. There've been some great games on here. Um, the most shocking one, of course, is the Kentucky game. Uh, they got outplayed by St. Peter's, man. You can't keep these teams that are hungry and these low seeded teams. You got to take them out as soon as you can. You cannot give these teams hope. And I think that's what Kentucky did. Kentucky gave them too much hope, and they gave them an opening, and give props to St. Peter's, man. They took advantage of that. Didn't mess my bracket up though. My bracket is still cool. I love my bracket. This is the highest I think I've been in my bracket in a long time. All right. I think I lost only two games. I lost that UConn game and that Kentucky game. But everything else has been great. Everything else was great. We're going to have some good games today, though. We're going to see my Virginia Tech Hokies play. Yeah, I'm saying my Virginia Tech Hokies now, man. That's my squad, man. I can't do Georgetown anymore, man. It's like, I don't know. I tried to do Georgetown, but I think I got to give up on them right now, man. And like I already told y'all, I'm already a bandwagon college basketball. My one team is St. O. That's my basketball team. And then I pick everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So Division One, I had Georgetown. I love Georgetown, man. Georgetown was my squad. And I love Patrick Ewing. So everybody who knows me knows that I'm a huge Patrick Ewing fan. And I mean, I'm not gonna give up on him. It's just I don't know. I just didn't like the way they played this year, man. It was bad. I get it with COVID and all the injuries and everything, but it's like that team didn't have any heart, man. They didn't play with any heart, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. But I'm going with Virginia Tech right now because I like them in football. That's my squad in college football. Ever since I saw Michael Vick play for Virginia Tech, and man, how explosive was he? Like even when they made it to the championship game, but they lost to I want to say Florida State. They lost to Florida State, and that was a hell of a game because Virginia Tech shouldn't even been in that game. But Michael Vick carried them over. But that's when I started loving Virginia Tech. And then, like when I played college football. When I played football in high school at Garfield, my coaches, most of them, like Virginia Tech. We used to have a play called Hokey Hokey. So, I was like, oh, okay, Virginia Tech. I like Virginia Tech. So I started liking Virginia Tech. But man, we got some great games today, and these brackets are fun. I wish I had more people in my bracket that played, but right now I have a total of seven people that joined my bracket. But that's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully next year we'll have some more people on there. But the brackets are fun. For me, it's like Super Bowl. No. For me, it's like the AFC, NFC championship games, Super Bowl, March Madness, NBA Finals, World Series. It's something about March Madness. You see these kids going out to play, and they play their hearts out. Now remember, it's not a series that they play. It's one and done. So I think that makes it interesting. I think that makes it more fun. And then that's why you have these brackets, you know, and just playing with your friends and bragging rights and everything. I think that's cool. You know, most of the people that's in my bracket are, you know, my family, and I have a few friends on there too. So, and I really do appreciate them. Shout out to Ryan and B Mosley. And Ryan has been like Ryan Schnurr. He has he was on my baseball team. His dad was our coach in baseball. He's also a huge Virginia Tech fan. And then B Mosley, Brian, I played with him in football at Garfield. So shout out to those friends, man. I really appreciate them, man. They really came through, and I appreciate that. Thank you for supporting. But I don't know who's going. Like, now for my picks, of course I did 3 brackets, all right? I did 3. I'm not going to lie. And they're all fire. Like, and I'm not lying when I say it's fire. I'm not saying that just because, you know, that's what I'm, you know, that's the thing to say, like, oh, my bracket's on fire. Nah, literally. I had the fire thing. I don't know if y'all can see it. I hate when my screen does that. But I don't know if y'all can see it. But it's actually fire. Okay? All right. I'm hot right now. That means I'm hot. All right? And right now my bracket, I am in first place. And also I did some other brackets on ESPN, and I'm like top 100. So I'm kind of I don't know, man. This is like foreign territory to me. I ain't never been top 100 before in the ESPN joint. So we're going to see how it go. I did it a little bit differently this year. And I know some of y'all going to think I'm crazy or whatever. But what I did differently this year to pick my teams, I kind of watched their tournament games. Each team that's in this tournament, I watched maybe about 10, 15 minutes of their tournament games. And that's how I started picking my teams. I saw who was hot, who was playing defense, what you're supposed to do. I know normally people ain't going to watch everybody. I mean, that's a lot of teams, right? That's 60-something teams, man. But I even watched a little bit of Norfolk State basketball, you know? Now, the number 1 and 16 seeds, you don't really have to watch that much. But I liked how Norfolk State played. You know, they just played a great Baylor team, a really good Baylor team. I won't say great just yet. I will say a really good Baylor team. So that's how I picked my teams. I was looking at them, little snippets of how they played during the tournament. I don't want to see how they play in the regular season. I want to see how you play in the tournament, like in your conference tournament. And that's how I determined it. I have Virginia Tech going pretty high. I have Virginia Tech going to the Sweet 16. Just because they were out of it and then they won the tournament, it's kind of like how Georgetown was last year. Georgetown was out of it. They might not have made the tournament last year, but they won the Big East. And that's how it happened. So they got hot. I think they lost in the first round of the playoffs of the tournament last year. Not sure. I believe Georgetown lost in the first round. I believe they did. Because they weren't that high of a seed just because you won the Big East. They weren't that good. But they got hot. And that's what matters, is getting hot. Getting hot at the right time in this tournament means a lot. I want to see how Duke plays today. It's going to be an emotional tournament for them because this is Coach K's last year. And I am saying this as a 44-year-old man that Coach K is just now retiring. That's crazy to me. Coach Krzyzewski has to be, and I hope I said his name right. That's why I always call him Coach K, because that I can't do it. Krzyzewski. Oh my God, it's so hard to do. Krzyzewski. If I said it wrong, I'm sorry. But man, he's been coaching since I was a little boy. We had his game. Like we had Coach K on the Sega Genesis. It wasn't Nintendo. And I think it was Sega Genesis because I think Double Dribble was on Nintendo. Coach K was on Sega Genesis. But we had that game, and we've been playing it. And we were little kids watching Coach K, and I told you, I didn't have any beef with Duke. I really didn't. I really thought they were a good team back in the day. They were great back in the day. Bobby Hurley and Grant Hill. I mean, all them boys, man. They were really good. I was mad when they beat UNLV that year. Like it really did something to me. Like that. What year was that? That was 1990, 89, 90, maybe 90, 91, when UNLV was out. The Running Rebels. And I would just look at them. I was like, Larry Johnson is great. Look at him. He is like a beast, man. Nobody can stop Larry Johnson, man. So now it's like UNLV and Duke. Now, UNLV is undefeated. They done spanked everybody. They spanked everybody in the league, man. They were spanking everybody. They were undefeated. He couldn't beat the Running Rebels. Here goes this damn Duke team, man. And the game was so great because it kept going back and forth. Now, before this game, you got to remember, Arkansas was really good that year too. And I think it was UNLV was number 1, Arkansas was number 2, and they played each other. That was a great game, but UNLV held on. They beat them. All right. Then you have the Final Four, man. Duke versus UNLV. Now, hold on. Was it the Final Four? Was it the Final Four or was it the Final Four or was it hold on, let me look this up because I don't want to get this wrong. UNLV versus Duke. 1990. Oh, it was the championship game? Why I don't remember it being the championship game. Okay, I remember. Okay, they won the championship in 90. That's right. That's right. Okay, all right. They did win in 90. They won in 90. And then 91 was the Final Four. Yeah, okay. All right. So, yeah, that was the Final Four. UNLV won in 90, and then they lost in 91 to Duke. And that was a great game, and I'll never forget this game because I want to say I was on spring break, and I was at my grandmother's house in D.C. Or was I home in New York? I think I was at my grandmother's house. Because I was on her couch, her little plastic couch. I missed that couch, man. That was crazy. I'm watching this game, and they're going back and forth. I mean, UNLV will take the lead, then Duke will take the lead. UNLV will take the lead, then Duke will take the lead. And I just remember being like, dang, y'all just blew them out last year. Like, why can't y'all do the same? But that was just the greatness of Coach K, man. Coach K really didn't get blown out a lot. Like you can't say Coach K always has Duke playing ball, man. And that's one thing I respect about Coach K. Because he will have that Duke team playing. All right? So it's rarely that you see them getting blown out. Now they'll lose some, but it's not a blowout. And then some of those losses that they hit, they make a great comeback. Like, they always have a heart of a champion. I will give them that. I will give them that. But that Duke, North Carolina, I mean, that Duke UNLV game, I mean, UNLV, the score was 77-79. Duke won. And I was like, man, I wanted UNLV to, UNLV probably would have been my squad. But you don't hear a lot from UNLV, man. I went to Vegas one time, and my wife goes, she has her conventions, and they had it at the UNLV auditorium one year. And I was like, wow, just looking at everything and looking at the championship trophy and the statues of Coach Tarkanian. Did I say his name right? Tarkanian? Coach, what was his name? Coach, he recently passed away too. Maybe 4 or 5 years ago. What was his name? Who was the coach of UNLV? The coach of UNLV was Tarkanian. I want to say it's Tarkanian. Hold on. UNLV coach. Yeah, I was right. Yeah. Tarkanian. Yeah. It just sounds right. Like I just saw a movie, and I'm thinking of like it's like with the Four Horsemen and all them boys, and I'm thinking of Tarkanian. So yeah, it's Tarkanian. All right, cool. But yeah, that's where my hatred from Duke came from, and I tell everybody this. And then it grew even more when they beat the Fab Five, when they beat Michigan. That Duke team, man. But yeah, they're gonna be special. So we're gonna see this year how they're gonna play it out. I have Duke in the Elite Eight. I had them in the Elite Eight, and I believe I had them losing to Kentucky, which now Kentucky is out, of course. So, they messed up one of my brackets, but I'm still on fire. I only lost one in that bracket, 2 in that bracket. So, hey, we're going to see what's going to happen. So, everybody, if you haven't watched the show last night, I did do an interview with my college basketball team, St. Augustine's College men's basketball team. Back in '97, they won the CIAA championship. So if you haven't watched that, please tune in and go on YouTube and watch it, please. All right. It was cool. It was good seeing everybody. We had some technical difficulty with Big E's mic or whatever. I don't know, but he was still texting in, so it was good. I wanted to hear his voice because that was my dog, but that was my roommate in college, my freshman year. And was it freshman year and sophomore year? Maybe freshman and sophomore. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. Yeah. But yeah, we had some good times in St. Augustine. So if you haven't checked that out, please check that out. Also, I want to tell everybody that I do apologize. So when I do my show on Thursdays and Sundays and Thursdays, I'm filming from Restream, which gives me access to do interviews with people, and I can put stuff on I can put filters and stuff on here so you can see it. So it's just not me being like this. So when I do it, I put when I see your comments, I can only see the comments when if you're on YouTube, then I can see your comments. So I'm still learning how to do that. Unfortunately, when I put it on Facebook and everything else, I can't see everybody's comments. So I'm not trying to carry you. I promise you I'm not trying to carry you. It's just that I can't see it. So if you can please, if you watch the show, please, if you can just go onto YouTube and just subscribe, and then from there I'll be able to see you and see everything that you're saying. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to learn that element of a Restream. Okay. Well, we have a good time. I love it. I have fun. I love doing this. I'm still learning. Still getting the light right, and I got the light and learning this thing, and I still don't know. We'll just be pushing buttons, but I change it blue or this color. I kind of like the blue one though. The blue one was kind of cool. But see, like I said, I'm still trying to learn how to do this thing. All right, but I do appreciate everybody, getting in. I'm not gonna say that, but I'm very appreciative, and I appreciate everybody tuning in on Sundays and Thursdays, and even checking these little clips out when I do this. I start doing this on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. All right. And then Saturday, take a break. Maybe. Okay. Unless something big happens on Saturday, I'll be on here. But that's all I have for right now. I'm about to enjoy these games really quick. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be some good games today. I think Ohio State. I think my son wants me to watch Ohio State because he wants to go there. So about to watch that game in a little bit. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. I really appreciate that. Please subscribe to Spomotics. It's Spomotics on YouTube. And I really appreciate it. Thank you. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.